Hey guys, it's Rombo. Taking a look at some of the stocks this week. I will be looking at MJWL, LGBS, ILIS, and FERN. Today, MJWL had a nice break upwards after the bottom of this Andrews pitchfork. Basically, what that is a deviation going off of the whole move. You start it down here, you go to the high point, the low point, and this is your average right here. Stocks usually tend to greed and fear. So when it comes up really high, then it goes down really low, and then everyone buys in and it comes up and goes down. Sometimes it consolidates. But now this overall move, the pitchfork shows you the averages according to this move, and right now we're still going up. I would be concerned if it broke this and then continued to go down. That's the sign of a really hard trend change. And it might be continuing down, but here we bounced off really nice. I bought in right here. Tomorrow I'm expecting better things, a move to the upside. If not, if it comes down and bounces off the trend line again, it further supports support here at the bottom of the pitchfork, and then I'll just average down and see maybe a next move up, and then maybe continue on upward on a really nice rebound off of it. Really didn't even get down to 61.8, just halfway, maybe 55%. Very good, healthy retracement. I would have liked to see a little bit more shallow, more of the 45-degree type, but this isn't too bad. So that's what we got looking forward to with MJWL. LGBS, it's been doing really well. We had it did break the most conservative upward trend support line here, so that's a little concerning. I might get a stop loss in here, probably around 103, or maybe I'll go back to 0101, a little bit below that. So if it bounces off the 50, I'm still in, and we'll come back up. There would be nothing wrong with that. This specific move here, let's take a look at this recent move on the Fibonacci. I'll just get rid of this one here real quick. And here's the last move right here. Started way back here at the bottom of that down day. Here's the high. So we had a nice retracement right there at 61.8. So that is a good bounce, or a good retracement for this latest move. So I'm expecting good things from LGBS. But if it does continue to move downward, again, I will stop out, take my profits, and no big deal, because then if it bounces up, I'll just get back in here on the way back up. If it continues downward and maybe retest the 0053 level or 0069, then when it bounces off there, then I'll just buy right back here, and I'll even have a better multiplier or my average cost, and enjoy the ride back up with LGBS. So those are the situations with LGBS. ILIS is been a little disappointing. It's moving away. Here's the trend line right here, the downward resistance trend line, and if we're noticing now it getting farther away, is creating more distance from that trend line, so that is concerning. We did bounce off of 044, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. I would really like to see a blue day, and maybe start this nagging consolidation continuing. Hopefully it will break this trend, downward trend resistance line. Will still be below the upward resistance line, so this is what I call no man's land. Very, again, I know I sound like a broken record, but here we are in no man's land, which means we're in consolidation still. So we have to wait until we get a break over that trend line to really start getting excited about ILIS moving up. And then the last one, this one kind of breaks my heart, because I mentioned it in the Discord, and with a lot of people asking me questions about what's going on. We got the news coming out. What should I do? My opinion was, I saw when you have a 100% retracement. Retracement means here at the start of a movement it comes up and then it comes back 100%. Usually when that happens, if it does bounce up, it tends to only bounce maybe 30 to 50%, and then we might start doing something like that, or it might just continue downward on a move, something like that. But what happened here was very weird. 100% retracement and boom. Okay, now something like this is pretty rare, that after 100% retracement it comes and beats the previous high. With that said, that tends to make me question that there's something kind of special going on, and there was news, and that is what then tipped me off to what I call buy the rumor, sell the news. So I told people beware. Here on the 26th, we started seeing some sell-offs right before the day before. That really tipped me off that most likely today we were going to see a big sell-off, and that's what happened. I said that on the I do believe the Fern thread or somewhere on the Discord, but I didn't make a video that night last night. I'm very, very sorry about that. I wish I would have at least been able to give you my opinion on what might have happened. I was just saying today, if it starts red, if it starts going down, 5% right at the bell or so, you might want to get out, take your profits, and then buy back down here. Now, with that said, it only went down to 61.8. This could be a finishing candle. What that means is instead of having a long drawn out bleed at a 45-degree angle, which would show still strength and confidence that it might pop back up, it just does this whole move real quick, just straight down. 61.8 is still a good buy area. The trend isn't necessarily weakened. We'll see what happens the next couple days. If it works its way back up to the 38.2, again, after something like that, it's very rare if this pulled all the way back for it to come back to this area. But because we only went down to 61.8, I'm pretty confident that we should be able to maybe get back to the 0.0196 area, maybe then bounce down to 174, and then maybe continue another move. That's definitely possible. I don't expect to see anything parabolic out of this. Catalysts are very good. News is very good for a company in the long run. Not necessarily good news for right when the news breaks out. It's very risky, especially big news catalysts. In pharma, it's very common that this new drug, the FDA gets approved, and it's been what happens. It usually goes up 3 weeks before the FDA, the PDUFA date, and then it does this. It just completely tanks. So just to be aware of that, for some of you new traders, just get that phrase burned in your head: buy the rumor, sell the news. Because a lot of the times it happens, and it will protect. What you could do is just set a stop or buy out the day, sell out the day before. And the thing is, what are you going to miss if you sell it right here, right? And then the next day, it comes down and then rips. Well, then just buy in here. You missed out on that much of a move to save all of your money. I think that's worth it. Or if it just right at the beginning of the day takes off 10%. Okay, well then you just add in here and enjoy the run higher, and you're making more money on top of the money that you had. Don't be so greedy if you miss out on 10%, 15% of a move. The most important thing is for you to protect your money. This is day trading is extremely difficult. You've been in over 10 years. You understand that you win. A very good trader only wins around 52% of the time. He loses 48% of the time. So the way that you continue to be profitable is to maximize those wins, take your profits, minimize the losses, cut out, get back in, move up, cut out, wait for the downtrend, and then get back in and start making money again. So that's what I have for Fern. I do like this finishing candle here. Now tomorrow, if it starts off red again, just be careful. Just because it's so low and it's right here does not mean it's going to come back up. It could continue to have some red days, something like that. So you want to be careful, be wise. You don't have to be the first one in, guys. Let it play out. This candle is one whole day. I'm gonna wait. Depending on if it starts coming up here, I'm not gonna be in. That's just one candle, because the next candle, the second day after this move, it could continue downward again. I want to see upward, downward, a retracement around 50%, just kind of like what we saw here, and then move. And once it breaks that, I don't get in yet. I wait for a retest at that area, and then the first blue candle, boom, I'm in right there. And now I know that we're on our way back up again, and hopefully then breaking this, because in the long term, Fern again is a very good stock. News is good for the long run. It's not necessarily good for the day after, but the news after news, catalyst after catalyst, it's like a snowball rolling downhill. It gets bigger and bigger, and it will propel the company eventually forward. That's why due diligence is so important. That's why I love Moon Market. He's got his PhD in DD, as someone said on the thread. So with that said, I hope you guys had a really good night, and we'll make some money tomorrow. You guys take care. Bye.